back at it again, and another day, another focus group with some shocking answers, okay? This man, oh my goodness, this administration is in trouble. Talk about a red wave. Woo! It's going to be the biggest red wave we've ever seen, okay? This is going to break records. Hillary and all them folks about to be coming out, saying the thing that, I'm not about to say right now, because of course YouTube would say that I was actually denying something when it was really Hillary that said it. So I'm not even going to say it, but they're going to come out and say all types of stuff, you know what I mean? Denying what actually happened, the red wave actually coming through. You picking up what I'm putting down, okay? You picking up what I'm putting down. That's how enormous this is about to be. People are unhappy across the board, completely unhappy, right? But I've got two videos that I'm going to show you guys, but I got to show you guys what Joe said about people being unhappy, because these folks are so out of touch, so out of touch. It is honestly either these folks are like the dumbest folks ever to exist, right? Some of these politicians out here, especially on the left, or they just have a plan and they're going to execute that plan no matter what. It's one of the two, all right? There's no in between. Dumb as a box of rocks, or they've got a super devious plan that they're going to execute no matter what. So yeah. But anyway, before we get into that, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button down below and join the family. All right, join the family. Also, make sure you guys are following me on social media. All of those links are down below in the description box: Instagram, Twitter, Truth Social, all of that good stuff. And please be aware there is a scammer in my comment section. The only two ways to donate to me are through PayPal, which I know I need to fix, and then also through the YouTube platform itself via a super thanks. All right, those are the only two ways. If anybody that looks like my profile is asking you to send money any other way, it is not me. All right, so please be aware of that. But with all that being said, let's dive in.
Your approval rating in the country is well below 50%. And I wonder why you think that is.
This is a really difficult time. We're at an inflection point in the history of this country. We're going to make decisions, and we're making decisions now, that are going to determine what we're going to look like the next 10 years from now. I think you'd agree that the impact on the psyche of the American people as a consequence of the pandemic is profound. Think of how that has changed everything. People's attitudes about themselves, their families, about the state of the nation, about the state of their communities. And so there's a lot of uncertainty out there. A great deal of uncertainty.
This guy just tried to blame something completely different. Basically said we have the inability right now to be happy. You just can't make this stuff up. So out of touch. I mean, it is absolutely insane. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that because, once again, it goes along with the out of touch thing and just the pointing the finger at everyone else. I mean, constantly. Oh, it's Saudi Arabia's fault that you guys are paying higher prices for gas. Oh, it's the P guy overseas, which I don't even want to say his name, honestly, because I don't want to give them any type of excuse, okay, to try to say, all right, you're out of here, No. But y'all know who I'm talking about. The guy's name that, well, actually his name starts with the V, but, we call him the P word. P-U-T, yeah. Oh, it's his fault. Oh, it's the MAGA Republicans. It's their fault. These prices are higher. Goodness gracious. Anyway, let's jump into this focus group video and let you guys see some more of this carnage going on. Let's dive into it.
We wanted to better understand how Americans could impact the vote in the year's elections. And our CBS News Campaign 2022, sorry, it's moving quickly. I in America is tracking 4 groups of what we are calling election influencers. And on Friday, we spoke to some pressured parents. These are voters who describe themselves as feeling post-pandemic stress over finances and kids?
I feel like Biden is doing a pretty good job, but my concern is like the crime. I want to know what exactly will they do about this, because it's out of control in Chicago.
What about in Arkansas and Texas?
I live more in the suburbs, so it's not as prevalent in my neighborhood, but it's still something that's concerning.
Not so much. Greg Abbott, our governor, does a great job. And the only thing, that we've been having trouble with is, the border.
So immigration is a concern for you in these upcoming elections.
Here we just left a pandemic. When you have thousands upon thousands every day crossing over, they don't have to get tested. We don't know what they're bringing in.
Well, some of those pandemic era restrictions are still in place along the border. What do you need to see that would change your impression of immigration in this country?
I really liked how DeSantis and Abbott have been taking them and shipping them out to bluer states so they can recognize the problems that we've been having in Texas and in Arizona. Greg Abbott needs to have a lot more control over the border itself.
But you will still vote Republican?
Yes.
I
will still support Greg Abbott because he's running up against Beto, and he's all about the open border.
Show of hands, will all of you accept the election results from these midterm races in 2022? Yes? All of you trust the elections and the systems to run them. How would all of you...
That's another great point there. There's been reports that people have gone out to these ballot boxes and are sitting there watching them. So I wonder if that plays a part in folks saying, they feel confident, or were they already confident to begin with? Was there never any question for them? But anyway, let's continue.
Describe the current state of the U.S. economy.
Oh, I would say scary.
Trash.
Scary.
Yes.
LaShawn, how would you describe it?
I would say it's unstable because it's just so much going on.
John, in one word, how would you describe the U.S. economy?
Horrible.
Horrible.
In regards with inflation. I watched last week a bag of 6-ounce broccoli go from $1.99 to this week being $2.49.
Can I see a show of hands? Is anyone driving less because of the cost of gasoline? So you're still filling up your gas tank and still driving despite prices climbing higher.
Just to go to work, I drive 11 hours to go to work. I live in East Texas, work in New Mexico. So I have to buy it regardless.
Have high prices changed the way you live your life?
I still have to do whatever I need to do to get around, but I don't know, what can you do? You have to just adjust. It's not just the, heating, the cost of living, the electricity, everything is just really high.
So John and Stephanie, have you had to make changes in your life because of inflation?
Yes,
What have you done?
We have cut back on our going out to eat, kind of eliminated Amazon Prime, Netflix, limiting that kind of stuff. I've looked for ways to budget better with groceries.
Do you think that President Biden has control or greater influence over the economy?
I think it's just as much Congress and also state and local as it is Biden. I don't think it's just one person.
What are your biggest concerns about raising children in America right now? John?
The whole woke culture affecting our children. All these elementary schools and middle schools having woke culture pushed on them from the LGBT plus community for sexual identity and gender. We should be pushing the actual school studies, math, social studies, science, not, gender studies or sexual identifications.
What have you seen that makes you concerned?
in the district that I live in, there hasn't been really anything going on. But I'm originally from Iowa, and just recently there was some protests at an Iowa school for bringing in a transgender art art show.
So you're not concerned about your kids in Texas. You're seeing this on the news. That's what's raising your concern?
Yes.
LaShawn, I'd like to get you to weigh in on this.
I can also agree with some of his points. I really with sex education, I feel like some things, are brought to the children's attention they wouldn't even think about.
And you have 8 kids. I imagine you have some pretty specific ideas in your mind when you're speaking about this.
Yes. But children are, they're really influenced. You can teach them one thing at home, but when they go to school, they're just as much influenced by their teachers and their surroundings. And we should have more input, the parents, of what we want them to learn.
Stephanie, what's your biggest concern? And
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you want to react to any of that, go ahead.
I agree. The other issue has to do with COVID. There's less teachers in the school district.
So yeah, I definitely agree with all three of them in like, why are we pushing all of this woke stuff, right? The school is for school activities, not, and this is the problem. First, you had kids out of school for an extended period of time. Now they're back in school, and you're not even really teaching academic stuff. Like you're teaching woke crap. You're more concerned with this gender and pronoun stuff than you are about reading, writing, science, and math. There's no issue with whatever people want to be. The issue is talking about that in school. If you want to do that outside of school, that's perfectly fine. Kids are there to learn reading, writing, science, and math. Like, I don't understand why this is rocket science and why some people are going to look at me as a horrible person for even saying something like that. Guarantee you there's some folks who are like, oh man, this guy, he's a phobe or he's an ist because, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, what? That's common sense. Look at the test scores. There's so many students who can't read or do math at their grade level. And this stuff is just absolutely crazy. Man, so I definitely agree for sure with these guys and gals.
And because of that, they have student choice school days. So the students can choose whether or not they want to go to school that day because there's not enough teachers or bus drivers to get them there. And so I worry about their education.
When you said your top issue was crime, what did you have in mind?
Robberies and, murders, stabbings and.
Oh yeah, she live in Illinois. I'm assuming she live in Chicago or the Chicago area. If she think that stuff is bad now, woo, come January 1st, we check that out. Illinois about to be the purge. I think it was like all the way up to 2nd-degree murder. You are going to be freed. Like, what? Are you kidding me? If I remember correct, it's like all the way up to like 2nd-degree murder or something crazy. Like, just think about that. Somebody could do that and be freed. Out on the street. Hey, I mean, I guess it's beneficial for us because it's going to provide a whole lot of entertainment. I hope nobody loses their life, but I kind of expect it to happen, unfortunately. I mean, 2 + 2 = 4. It doesn't equal 10. You know what I mean? So y'all be safe out there. Y'all be safe.
It's like every time you turn on the news, somebody killed their baby and they're losing their mind. It's like people are everywhere doing everything, and it's like they're out of control. Nobody's stopping them.
John talked about how concerned he was about the border in his state of Texas and migrants coming into the country.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with helping, but we have more problems here in our country. I feel like there's so much focus on helping immigrants And it's not enough focus on the people here that might need assistance.
Do you blame
Talk that talk, girl.
your mayor and your governor for that, or do you blame Washington for that?
It's everybody, everyone. Washington, the mayor. I mean, it's like they help who they want. Certain people, certain groups of people, they'll help them, and then they'll neglect someone else.
Often when we do these focus groups, we have people from different party affiliations disagreeing with each other, but I'm hearing all of you echo a lot of the same concerns and agreeing with each other. None of you are very optimistic about the country right now.
No.
Nobody was very optimistic about the country right now. Obviously. You had a registered Democrat, a registered Republican, and an independent all agreeing on Republican issues, Republican-led issues that Republicans have been running on. Talk about a red tsunami. Whoo, I can see it now. Just, whoo, I'm gonna go buy a surfboard. That's what I'm gonna go do, because I'm about to ride this wave. Y'all gonna ride it with me? Man, let's all go purchase some surfboards, man. Surfboard stock's about to be up like crazy. Well, we got any surfboard big companies in the stock market? Because I need to go buy a couple stocks. It's about to be crazy. This is about to be crazy, man. Oh my goodness. And then, I mean, just like I was talking about earlier, the left seems so disconnected. It's either that, like they're so disconnected and just completely lost, like their brains, I mean, they have as much intelligence as a box of rocks, or they clearly have an agenda and they're going to execute it no matter what. And there's still so many questions that I have regarding, that whole situation. I just saw the UK just basically put in a WEF puppet as their new prime minister, which is absolutely scary. I even think WEF tweeted or something. We always get the man we want or something. If anybody saw that tweet, let me know in the comment section. I believe the WEF, after the UK prime minister was selected, they tweeted out, like the official WEF account tweeted out, we always get the man we wanted or we want or something like that, which is just like, now they just out in the open with it. Okay. Yeah, I'll be careful now. But yeah, there's so many questions in regards to what will happen when there's a red tsunami. Will they try to twist the game? Will they try to push denying, everything? I'm being careful with my words. Obviously, we already saw Hillary do that more recently, which I think it's a great possibility to try to accuse the other side of what it is that you are going to do or trying to do, so nobody looks at you, because we watched the left do that. And to have Hillary come out this early and to say something like that, which I'm not even going to put on my channel. I thought about it, but I don't want, YouTube accusing me of saying something crazy. So, yeah, there's a clip of Hillary saying that Republicans are going to, what's a PG way to say this? Are going to figure out a way or have a plan to win no matter what, if you know what I mean. They have a plan. Republicans have a plan to win no matter what. And it's just like, wait, what? We're not even close to 24. We haven't even gone through the midterms yet, right? Midterms haven't even gone by yet. Now, and you're already accusing Republicans of something smells a little fishy here. So, I think, in my estimation, that they have devised up a plan to, kind of win no matter what. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section below. Do you guys think that, what do you guys think? I mean, do you guys think there is a plan? Do you guys think there might be a plan, but if enough people get out and actually vote right, there's only so much that they can do? There's only so much muddying that they can do? Do you think it's just a loss for the right no matter what in 24? Y'all let me know. Talk to me. All right. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.